Hi, this is Lindsay and welcome back to my channel. I'm excited to share with you some of the things I've been playing around with the last 2 days or so. I've finished my custom orders for the week and I really just wanted to play. I didn't want to do, I just wanted to go with whatever I felt like. So I decided to make some small-ish tag journals. I was inspired by Amity Bloom and Paula Lemon, and these are about 3.5 by 4.5 to here, and then the little tag sticks out. I'm going to be making a lot of these. I have a lot of papers cut down to this size from my scraps. It's really, really nice. I kind of made it to throw in your purse or something like that, because they tie, they close. I tried to not make them bulky. There's 80 pages in each one, and I'm going to be making a lot of them, and I was tempted to just do a video like of all of them, but I really want to have enough time to go through my thought process with you and not just be like, here's 20 journals and which one do you want? Click the link, buy it. I want to talk through some of my process because that's how I learn the best, and I love some of the YouTubers like particularly I'm thinking of Jibbid right now, and then also the channel Bohemian Crafting, even Amity Bloom. There's a lot of channels that I watch just because they talk through their thought process. And so at least for these journals, that's really what I wanted to do. So I only have 3 available right now in my shop, and you can click the link below. But I wanted to have enough time to talk through. So enough of that. This is the first one I made, and I went ahead and did an upholstery cover on this one, and I added this little gold pin with a pink sequin and green bead and some brown lace. And then what I really played around with was this little pocket, and I stamped on it and then drew in the veins and added this little button. And then it actually has this little teeny playing card that I stamped a leaf on, and it has this little distressed teeny tag that I made. So that slips in and out right there. And if you were going to keep it in your purse, you might want to put a little bit of glue on the bottom there so that they actually stay. And then I just used some variegated yarn. And so there's 2 eyelets, and then this opens up, and I really played around with the inside. This is a white textured cardstock, and then I did a lot of distress oxides and layering and also coffee staining. So it has this really interesting chalky distressed look to it. And then I played around a lot with printing pictures onto coffee dyed paper and adding that. So I did not add a whole lot of embellishing because there's not a lot of space, and I wanted it to be practical. So I did add some little sayings throughout here, like enjoy. I did some stitching on the edges and coffee stenciling. There's some book pages. This is like from a French textbook. Paper ruffle, but I tried to leave plenty enough room. This was super cool. The printer jammed really bad with the coffee dyed paper on this page, so it totally messed it up. But instead of throwing it out, I cut it down to size and put it in here because I thought it had so much character. This is a very old book from the early 1900s about music, and I just did a little bit of graphic 45 stamping on there. More stenciling, and this says smile. I just tried to keep it really pretty to look at with a lot of detail, but room to actually write to-do lists, shopping lists. This is distress oxides on this paper here. Really pretty effect. Some Tim Holtz paper. So you have room for shopping lists, to-do lists, yeah, notes, doctor's appointments, but there's still a lot to look at. This is Wander here. I love the way the pages flow together with the color scheme and how distressed and vintage I tried to make them look. See, there's that other side of that jammed paper. And then I did some hand cross stitching on this. I used the grid as a cross stitch grid, and then that's how the back of that looks. So I thought that was pretty cool. So that's this one, a little tag. And then I went ahead and did a totally different style, and I did this one. And there's a wallpaper. This is just a punch, like a Martha Stewart punch, and then I backed it with this wallpaper and made sure some of the detail showed through, and then I put memories, and then I just stitched. There's multiple layers of stitching, and then this little teeny collage down there. Kind of pinks and really muted colors. Oh, my cat is jumping everywhere, trying to ruin this, I guess. Okay, it's just a little tie here at the top. If I can get into it now. Well, that decided to not. Let me fix that. There we go. Must have pulled it the wrong way. There we go. Okay. So pastels, definitely. And since I put memories on the front, I added 8 pocket pages throughout. Here's some Coffee Dyed and Glimmer Mist. Has a very pastel look. This is some from Calico Collage. But here's one of the pocket pages. They're top loading. And I figured you could put in little ticket stubs, memories, receipts, you know, anything. And then there's room to journal on the backs of all the pockets. Here's another pocket. There's 8 of them throughout. Little vintage book page with a tab. This has some glitter on that paper. And then coffee stenciling, another pocket here at the top of this one. This is like a vintage grammar, diagramming sentences grammar book, and I actually used this in college. Some book pages about trellises, some pretty butterflies. Here's another pocket page. It loads on the top. They all do. Another little vintage book page with another tab. A tab there. Another pocket page here. And then I added a little paper clip because I can never have too many paper clips in my journals to clip something on before you know, if you don't have a chance to glue it. Here's a little fabric sticker that I thought was really pretty. Another pocket page. There's a little sequin sticker down there. This came out really pretty. It's coffee sprayed on a stencil. Another pocket page. And another pocket page here. So I really made this one with the idea of keeping memories, but of course it would also work as a to-do list or something like that as well. So I made that one, and then they're all totally different. Then I made this one, Embark on an Adventure, and I love the color of this paper here. And then this is like a homemade, I didn't make it, but it's like a homemade type paper that I put on the backing, and then this vintage owl picture, and I stitched around the edges. These are Tim Holtz, and then 2 little buttons. And you can see there's a garment pin with a jingle bell down here. And I thought that this ribbon was perfect for it. I just loved it. I had to use it. And I hand stitched it on like this, so that adds a little bit of texture. And then I printed a bunch of owls from DigitalCollageClub onto this coffee dyed paper, which came out really awesome. Lots of distressing and stenciling. Again, plenty of room for notes and journaling. There's another little tab. Try to keep each page, let it have interest. I love this trim, and I just added that to the bottom, and that's where the little garment pin with the jingle bell is hanging. Here's some crossword puzzle paper, book pages, math pages, you know, because owls are wise, right? That's what I was thinking, so they probably know how to do math. There's a little bit of trim there. This is from a book about coins. More owls. I love some of the, just stressing how that turned out. And see, there's even room, there's room all in here to take notes and journal, all in here. Here's that, it's the wildlife book page, and look at that owl. I just love him. There's all room here to journal, or write notes or shopping lists. And so then on this one I added this green trim and a star, and you can see it peeking through the other side. And then I added a paper clip in here as well. I just added some eyelash trim to it. And then I made a little pocket here and just slipped this little embellishment from a history book in there. Stenciling, lots of stenciling. And there's that one. So thank you for going through these with me at a slightly slower pace, and I hope that you enjoyed looking at them. There will be more to come. I'm just calling these collection 1 because I have lots more covers already cut out and waiting to be decorated. So you will be seeing more of these.